And good Saturday morning, October 4th. This is David, and I've got Coach Crompton here on the Tuscola Football Network, the Jonathan Crompton Coaches Show. Franklin last night at Western Carolina University, a pretty cool environment. And Franklin did a really good job of hosting and just played really well in the first half, just weren't able to stop the run in the second half. So good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired. We had to change things up this morning because I know that you're weak and you and your staff and the kids your week started last night at about 5 minutes after the football game out in Cullowhee. So you've already stepped out of game planning, and I know you're up at the office, and we've had to change things up. So I want to make sure we don't get in anyone's way. So let's just jump into last night real quick because I know you got a lot going on. So first half, let's go back. People noticed after the warm up, we didn't have Jed in there last night, and changed things up and just controlled the clock and did a really good job there in the first half of trying to run the clock and do the things because we didn't have a passing game. So anyway, I'll throw it over to you to talk about the first half.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought, like I said, last night, I thought our kids played hard. I thought they played well. They executed what we were trying to do. I mean, it's up front. It's very hard. I mean, it is for any team to play against a team like a Franklin or Smoky Mountain and know you're getting ISO and counter and trap nonstop, and then on our side of the ball, turn around and go, oh, hey, by the way, we're essentially doing the same thing, and have a lot of kids playing both ways, and it eventually wears on you. I mean, it does, and so like I said, I think our kids played hard. They never quit. They battled till the end. Not our normal quote unquote game plan, but I mean, football's football. We adapt and we overcome. We move on. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of how the synopsis of the game. We had a couple of things ready to go last night that we used, and I thought we did it for the most part. We did a good job with it, and with what we were trying to do as far as our touchdown, a little trick play here and there to try to help slow down some of the defensive line pass or run game rush, I guess you would say. So going into half 7-7. We felt good about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that Franklin won the toss and deferred instead of trying to take the ball. They get the ball right after half and they execute their game plan. But the bottom line is, my main concern is Tuscola and what we do, and making sure that we're as healthy as possible and as physical as possible, getting ready for the next weeks.
Yeah, and that's a heck of a change. I mean, you just basically to install what you guys had to install in about, I guess, 2 days to offensively, because that's. But your kids again, Ty stepped up as always. That's a hell of a lot to put on that kid, and he stepped up, did a great job, I thought, of managing everything and making sure that we got in and out of the huddle, getting up there and again going into halftime, and you're going, hey, we got a shot here, but again, like you said, they did a really good job coming out in the second half, and we got to stop the run, and and because they're not going to hide what they do, and they never have.
Yeah, but
one of the quirky things.
But listen, it wasn't for a lack of physicality. It wasn't for a lack of anything. It was just small. It was small things, and that's football. That's correctable. So it's just, once again, it sucks because how you feel this morning with 1 point here, obviously 1 point win here or there. But yeah, it's nothing that's not correctable. It's not for a lack of effort. It's not for a lack of physicality. and those things. Yeah, it's just, it's all like it is. It sucks. It's not what you want. You never want to lose a ball game that you got a really good opportunity and a good chance to win from the get go. And like I told our kids after the game in the locker room, I'm proud as crap of them for how they fought, how they competed, how they never wavered, how they never quit. From start to finish. And it just, football, sports are different. Sports teaches you a lot about life, about yourself, about adversity, about who steps up, who doesn't, those things. Just internally. And I do think that we found a lot of really good things on film last night as far as different packages, as far as Wildcat packages. So I mean, you got to look at the positives too, and you go, "Ooh, that's a good wrinkle that people have to be prepared for." So those are the things that I try to take away from that game.
Yeah, and I think that one of the quirky things that is really crazy. This is your third time playing Franklin as the coach here at Tuscola, and this is the third year that we have not had our quarterback.
Well, no, we had Jet last year, but it was right after the flood and everything was weird.
Well, that's right. Okay.
Everything was weird. So it just, I told Josh I need the voodoo doll. I need him to give me that voodoo doll. And, like joking with him, obviously, but
yeah. So after the game, I saw your kids, going off the field, very disappointed, but very, very determined. They understand still what's ahead of them. At least I think they do. Again, losing stinks, and I know how horrible it is for all of you guys and everybody concerned. But man, just I could not get over how well that they competed with adversity at every corner, and that's not making an excuse. That's just the truth. Adversity at every corner. The average person doesn't understand how beat up you guys are up front. I mean, you're literally beat the hell up. You don't have your quarterback. You guys had to totally change your offense in like 2 days. They went out there and competed against a pretty darn good a really good football team, and had a chance. And sometimes they just got a few more bodies than you do at this level. You can't, like you said, we got kids that are going both ways. And I was as somebody who loves this stuff and loves these kids and loves this program and loves what you guys are doing, I could not have been more proud of their effort and their attitude. And I hope the people surrounding them keep looking frontwards. I think that's a big thing, and I would hope that that's the case, because it doesn't get any bigger than the best rivalry in if not at least in the South. There's no bigger rivalry than fixing to happen next Friday night at CE Weatherby. But this is probably one of the top 10 rivalries in the country, and it gets no better than this heading into this coming week now.
Yeah, I agree. We'll game plan like usual. I have a normal week of practice. I mean, at the end of the day, football's football. So yeah, I mean, we know what's at stake, I guess you'd say. But the bottom line is it's Saturday. Can't play Friday night game on the Saturday before. So we got to make sure we stay the course, control our emotions, all those old cliches, and be ready for Friday night, October 10th. Right now it's October 4th at 8:07, so we can't play the game yet. Can't get too high, can't get too low, and go out there and be ready to defend our home field. I mean, there's no better place we'd rather be.
Yeah, that's right. And again, as far as where the end result of where you want to be after we walk off the field against East Henderson in, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks, I lose track, is the things that you guys want are still right there in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, well, everybody is. We're only 70% of the way through the season.
Yeah.
If everything we were wanting to done is achieved by now, you'd only play 7% of a season. That would be the full season. So, just like in Major League Baseball, they play 162 games for a reason. 90% of the time, it comes down to game 162 for a lot of teams. So that's where we're at, and hell, that's where everybody's at.
Yeah.
We're just now in our conference getting to the 4A portion of our 4A conference, just like the 5A is just now about to get to the 5A.
How does that work? Because for folks, and again, I still don't even understand who is 5A and who is 4A in our conference. How is that broken down, and how does that work? If you don't say.
Well, the 4As are us, Brevard, East Henderson, and Pisgah, and the 5As are the other 4. And it's the conference is the conference. It doesn't matter in the playoffs anymore, which is weird. But it doesn't matter anymore about winning the 4A, winning the 5A. But we haven't got to our 4A version yet. And the 5As haven't played the 5As yet. So we're just now getting into the meat of it. So that everybody's got a lot to play for. Things can change at the drop of a hat, for every team, the good or the bad. So you go out there and make the best of it and do what you got to do, and be prepared to play every Friday night.
Yeah, and so before we any final thing, I know that we're kind of rushing through the last night, and I hate doing that, but. Anything more you want to talk about last night before we move on to this week?
No, I mean it's ultimately not the result you want. Once again, our kids played hard. They battled. Just from start to finish, all phases of the game. I thought our special teams played well as well. It's just, we didn't come out with a win, and it sucks. I don't like that. I hate it for the kids. I hurt for our team, just like all of our coaching staff and our players do. We do have a special group. Everything's in front of us to take advantage of, and now we just gotta flush it, move on, and get ready for next week.
Yeah, and one of the things that's so cool about this week, and we're not going to talk specifically because that would be silly to even try to talk to you about specifics of what's coming up, because that would be just a waste of time. But one of the things that is so special about this week is, I heard, and I don't know where I was or where but you were talking to somebody in the last week or two, and they asked you a question about something, and you were talking about playing with your friends in this game, and you were talking about bus rides, you were talking about this, you talked about you and Heath, but you were talking about the memories that you make playing in this game and how special this is compared to, here's what I do like so much about the way that you guys look at it and how you look at it. Everybody can go, okay, this is a game, just a game. It's not just, and they look at it that way, and you guys look at it that way, and it's really special. And those memories that you make in talking to the guys on your staff that are alum like you, that have been on that field of battle, and that stuff never goes away. And I know how much it means to all of you guys, and I know, like to you, one of the memories that you have of those Friday nights against these guys, that's pretty darn special.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's really all you're going to get out of me this week.
What is it? But so anyway, okay. So Pisgah week, and I know that game planning and practice. You guys are not going to change a thing. You're going to stay in your routine. You're going to do those things. Looking forward to an unbelievable crowd that we need to get out there. And As the week goes on, Coach, I'm gonna buy a 50-50, man.
Should.
Everybody needs to buy the 50-50, and if there's and I'm gonna, and the person who gives me great information now, Amy, if you let us know where we can get those, because I really don't know where to get them, but we sure want to pass it on where you can get them during the week.
I know they got I've seen our Big T Club post, and there's a lot of great discounts for obviously the more tickets you buy. Definitely, in my opinion, it's just me. The risk is worth the reward. It's just my opinion about buying the tickets. Because the payout's going to be a good amount, just like normal every year. I know our Big T Club does a great job with that. And as far as where to buy them, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't want to lie to you about it.
Yeah, but we will find out, and we will let everyone know exactly where to go get them and how to go get them and all that good stuff. Because I think you can even do it online now, if I'm not mistaken.
Not this year.
Oh, okay. See, then I am mistaken. But this is really hard and I get where you're coming from, and I know you're not going to say a heck of a lot of anything, but the atmosphere at the school, the atmosphere in the community, I really look forward to that this week. And you've kind of got me at a loss right now, but
Yeah, it's Saturday, October 4th. It's the Saturday before.
Yeah,
there's a lot between now and every Friday. Every Friday night, there'll be a lot before October 11th, before October 17th. Oh, that's our bye week, but still, just like every other week, there's a routine you got to go through to get ready.
And I'm trying to think of how to ask this, because I don't want you to make me look bad here, which you try. Sometimes you do it on purpose just to mess with me, but I want to talk football again for a minute. I anticipate a really good physical football game. I anticipate it being a battle up front on both sides of the ball, which leads me back to, and I'm really bad with names. You know that. I still call you Brooke, and I call Brooke John. My two kids. But our trainer is
Jay.
Jay has done a phenomenal job with you guys, and I know that you want to speak on him for just a minute, because he has, he's done just a hell of a job.
No, yeah,
going.
Jay's in my opinion, one of the best around. He's done a great job. He communicates well. He understands the kids and what their nicks and bruises are per kid. He knows when to be like, all right, guys, let's just tape this finger or ankle or whatever it is, rather than just be like, hey, that's pretty severe. Does, like I said, really good job communicating with them and myself. The kids trust him to get them ready. There's no excuses, if that makes sense with him. Like in a positive way, he does his job. He does it really well. He's always wanting to make sure everybody is healthy. He lets us know who's probably down for today in practice or this or that. So there's no gray area, I guess you'd say. I enjoy him being here. I'm glad he's on our side. I'll say it that way, because I do think our team is a lot healthier with Jay around, Jay on our sidelines. So yeah, like I said, I'm glad he's one of us. I really am.
Yeah, and he works hard, man, because I'm the guy that's always there early for some goofy reason, and he's there before me. So that's pretty awesome, and the effort he puts in. And I watch the kids communicate with him, and that's that's a good relationship to have, because if you don't have that relationship, things can slide by. And like you said earlier, back in the day, the healthiest that you're going to be is basically before kickoff of the first scrimmage, not the first game, but the first scrimmage.
And that goes for everybody. That goes for every team. I mean, that's just that's just football.
So anyway, I know that it's only 18 after, but I know that things, we had to start a couple of minutes early today, just for folks to know and let you know, we got a really big week planned ahead. That's not not with you guys, but really looking forward to the great conversations we're going to have throughout the week with a lot of the alum that have been in this game and part of the history of this program. We're going to hopefully, if we can get, especially, I'm not going to mention his name yet, but the one guy from 1966 and 67, it's hilarious. If his daughter said, well, we got to figure out how to get him technologically ready to go. And kind of want to start there, and looking forward to great conversations. Hopefully we can have start this thing Monday night and have these guys on to talk about the T, talk about what the Mountaineer program means, and they're such a big part of the history, because the one thing is even though you're not playing anymore, just like you and just like those guys on your staff, you're a Mountaineer forever. It's not, hey, I graduated in 94 and I'm done. But you're a Mountaineer. Yep. And that's what's so special about this, I think, is not just this game, but special about this program. And sometimes it's hard, to be honest, sometimes it's, I look around and go, man, just come on, not with all the, but man, the passion and the love and the care, and because we were talking a minute ago about the memories and all those things. Man, these guys have laid the foundation from even before it was Tuscola, back when it was Waynesville. That foundation is deep. That foundation is special, and there's such history here in our stadium. And in the program, and in the brotherhood, and in the bloodlines of it.
No, I agree completely. I really do. It'll be good to follow along with what you guys got going on this week. From afar, I guess you would say, just because of normal week as far as what y'all do. No, it is special, but at the end of the day, we got to make sure we're ready on our end.
Yeah, and you got to take care of your stuff. You're not going to bother you guys, but one thing that is I'm looking forward to having Mike Moody on, and he's on your staff. And I said from day one, I don't, if a brawl broke out with coaching staffs, I'm picking your guys.
I'm getting behind Big Mike.
I'm getting behind Big Mike. And he's going, and he goes, I don't know about talking on camera. He's going to do well. And he was a 4-year starter at linebacker in this program. And, and Braden, Braden's on your staff, and Braden is a big part of it. And we've got, hopefully, I'm looking forward to talking to these guys from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and it's going to be fun. And we're going to stay out of your way like we always do. And, just a special week, and I know that today has to be short, because I know that you've got you're at your office, because people can look and see things aren't normal, but I know that you guys they're waiting in the film room on you, and I don't want to interfere with that in any way. So Jonathan, you go ahead and go do your thing. I'll end this thing in a few minutes, and good luck. Tell the kids we love them, and we're behind them 100%. And it's going to be Mountaineer football is headed in the right direction. See you later, man. Good luck this week.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So anyway, guys, they're already. If I'm not mistaken, I think that Jonathan and a couple of the other guys got home about 4:00 this morning, and they were back. And I know that Coach was at the office by about 6:30, and they've got they're starting their game planning, because the reality is, just talking strictly football here, is you're going to get your regular offense ready that they've done all year, and then you're going to go ahead and see some of the stuff that you saw last night, depending on health. And I don't know anything about the health of any of the guys, because that's not my place to ask. But I think it's going to be a good week. I know there's a lot going on today. I don't have any of the see if I've got my text yet. I don't have my text. I know that there's the bonfire this evening, and then there's the parade down through Hazelwood, which is really cool. And I know that the kids are looking forward to that, and I hope everybody goes out and supports the kids in the program and start off the rivalry week that way. But it's, and I get what he and the coaching staff and everybody up there saying. They don't want to say a whole lot. They're not going to be bulletin board guys, and we're not. It's not our place to be the bulletin board guys. Mainly this week on the Tuscola Football Network, it's for us and for me and for the folks that are helping get this thing done. First of all, our sponsors, they run across the bottom. And so make sure that you take care of our sponsors, because they're amazing. And but anyway, I am so looking forward to talking to these folks. We went back and we talked to Coach Brooks early before the season started, and his passion, especially for this week. And I'm so looking forward to talking to these guys and getting what they think and their memories of playing in this game and just being part of the foundation of what this program really is. So I know that it's early, and I know that it's only 25 after, but the only thing I can tell you is they're going to work. And you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk for another 20 minutes. So go visit our sponsors. It is now Pisgah week. We can actually say that. And the bonfires tonight. Go support these kids. Go support this program. Go support our community, and hopefully, if we can get somebody to teach them how to use the computer, we're going to Monday night. We're going to start our shows and go throughout the week with these former players, and so looking forward to that, and hopefully some former coaches that are still in the community. So have a good Saturday. Pisgah week. There's not a heck of a lot more I can say than that. Then it's Pisgah week. So we will see you guys hopefully Monday night. Go Mountaineers. Everything that they want is still in front of them. Do not be discouraged. They played their fannies off last night. So see you guys Monday night. Go Mountaineers.